I want to enable billions of people worldwide to use financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends, their family, and their communities. Literally, there are people out there that don't have access to basic borrowing and lending that could be flourishing in their communities and provide so much value to the world. And so I'm incredibly privileged. The last 10 years, I've been lucky enough to have conversations in this studio with some of the pioneers of cryptocurrency and decentralized finance. People like Max Kaiser, Rick Falkrange of the Pirate Party in Sweden, John Collison, the founder of Stripe, who's now worth over $100 billion, Andreas Antonopoulos, Tika Tawari, and many, many more. And so I want to take all of my knowledge and all of our excitement to keep fighting for your freedom. And we're going to push it now into the DeFi space, and it's going to be embodied in the DeFi Academy, these DeFi Real broadcasts. And we want to take everything to the next level and give power back to the people. That's our mission, and we couldn't be more excited. And so again, I want to play for you a final clip with Andreas and then go back to your final questions here. This is Andreas, and again, back in 2015, talking about how decentralized finance will literally empower billions of people that don't have basic access to finance, and another few billion of people that don't have more of an extended access to finance. And here's another great clip from Andreas Antonopoulos.
But to me, it all goes back to this fundamental question. We live on a planet with 7.5 billion people, and 2 to 4 billion people are completely cut off from finance, and almost 5 to 6 billion people are cut off from international finance. What happens to the world economy when you bring 6 billion new people online, people who are productive but disconnected? What happens to their lives? What happens to poverty across the world when you can extend financial services, opportunity, credit, liquidity? Like, even if you're in a developed nation today, where can you invest your money? Nowhere. There is nothing you can invest money in today. The real estate market is a huge bubble. You can't buy cars because that's a huge bubble. Student loans are a bubble in the US now, right? There are no investment outlets because nothing is productive. What about if you're investing in 1 billion people who are in poverty? And I could take £1,000, split it into 1,000 microloans, and join together with 1 million investors to fund those microloans. What happens then? Direct, no banks, no intermediaries, no overheads, no costs. Direct funding, developed world to developing world, person to person. From my smartphone in Trafalgar Square to a Kenyan farmer's text messaging phone, which they can then use to buy seed, or stock up a small store, or start a sewing business, or buy a scooter and use it as a taxi service for a rural environment. That is where Bitcoin's possibility really is. The reason we cannot extend financial services to the rest of the world is not because they don't have money. It's not because they don't have productive potential. It's because banking as a series of brick and mortar, high overhead, high margin services is not scalable. But banking as an app backed by a network-based currency and system of trust scales enormously, and it can be extended into the most remote areas.